Nancy Guthrie's letter to her daughter Savannah held the quiet weight of a lifetime. In the soft, pre-dawn hours of a chilly February morning in 2026, she sat at her well-worn wooden desk in the Catalina foothills, the home she had cherished for decades. The adobe house, tucked along Campbell Avenue and Skyline Drive in Tucson, Arizona, had been her sanctuary, a place of comfort and reflection. At 84 years old, her hands trembled slightly as she held the pen, the ink tracing deliberate words across the page. This was not an ordinary letter. It was a heartfelt confession, a private reflection from a woman who had lived fully, yet quietly. Addressed to her youngest daughter, Savannah Guthrie, the accomplished anchor of NBC's Today Show, the letter conveyed honesty, vulnerability, and wisdom distilled from a life rich with love, loss, and devotion. A daughter's plea. The letter was discovered days later, during the period when Nancy's unexpected absence drew widespread attention. What began as a search for a missing loved one quickly captured the public's concern. Savannah's emotional appeals on social media touched hearts nationwide as she shared her fear and hope for her mother's safe return. With her siblings Annie and Cameron at her side, Savannah recorded a heartfelt video asking everyone to help bring Nancy home. Communities near and far held vigils, prayers lifted in unison for the woman known for her generosity and faith. Every passing day was heavy with concern, as Nancy's health and mobility presented challenges. Yet through uncertainty, the love and support of family, friends, and strangers offered solace, highlighting the profound impact she had made simply by being herself, steadfast and kind. The final discovery. Eventually, the search came to a quiet close. Authorities confirmed that Nancy had passed, leaving her family and community to grieve. Though her absence was heartbreaking, the letter she left became a source of clarity and comfort. When Savannah read portions of it on Today, her voice trembled with emotion, yet it conveyed the essence of Nancy's life. Strength tempered with vulnerability, devotion to family, and unwavering faith. Nancy had written not as a farewell, but as an honest reflection of her inner life, hoping to communicate what words spoken aloud might never capture. In sharing her thoughts posthumously, she created a legacy of openness and authenticity, leaving behind a message about living fully, loving deeply, and embracing life with integrity, regardless of circumstance. Early life in Kentucky. Nancy Ellen Long entered the world on January 27, 1942, in Fort Wright, Kentucky, a small town along the Ohio River. Born into a modest household during World War II, her childhood was grounded in simplicity and strong Midwestern values. Life was centered around community, church, and family gatherings, a backdrop that shaped her understanding of faith, duty, and connection. As the eldest child of William and Jane Long, Nancy was a bright, spirited girl with curly hair and expressive blue eyes, traits that family members recalled fondly. She grew up during a time of rebuilding and optimism, where hard work and determination were prized. These early experiences instilled a sense of responsibility and empathy, forming the foundation of the woman she would become, someone who valued community, understood the importance of faith, and cherished the bonds of family and friendship. Education and formative years. Nancy's education was an extension of the values her family held dear. She attended St. Agnes Elementary School, where disciplined nuns encouraged faith, learning, and personal responsibility. Later, at Notre Dame Academy in Park Hills, Kentucky, she embraced rigorous academics while discovering a love for storytelling and writing. Friends and teachers remembered her quick wit and enthusiasm for capturing everyday experiences with meaning. Her intellectual curiosity was matched by a vivacious spirit, and she engaged actively in school life, developing early skills that would serve her well in journalism and public service. These formative years in Kentucky's rolling hills, immersed in church traditions and community gatherings, left a lasting impression, teaching her that character, integrity, and compassion are as important as achievement or recognition in life. University and the Seeds of Journalism. In the early 1960s, Nancy enrolled at the University of Kentucky, drawn to journalism by a desire to share stories that could inform and inspire. She joined the student newspaper, eventually serving as society editor, a role that allowed her to bring ordinary events to life through thoughtful writing. Her editor at the time, Jack Guthrie, unrelated, praised her ability to elevate small moments into compelling narratives, a skill she carried throughout her life. It was also during this period that she met Charles Errol Guthrie on a blind date. Their shared interests, laughter, and dreams of family and adventure laid the groundwork for a lifelong partnership. Nancy earned her degree while embracing independence, a notable accomplishment during a time when many women were expected to prioritize domestic life over career aspirations. Marriage and family life. On December 28, 1963, Nancy married Charles Guthrie in a simple yet elegant ceremony in Kentucky, celebrated in the local press as a union of intellect, faith, and shared values. Their marriage was characterized by mutual respect, devotion, and a willingness to embrace life's unpredictability. Charles's career as a mining engineer took them across the United States and eventually overseas, while Nancy nurtured family life with love and care. In 1971, their youngest child, Savannah, was born in Melbourne, Australia, completing their family with Annie and Cameron. 2 years later, the family settled in Tucson, Arizona, drawn by the desert's beauty and Charles's professional opportunities. Nancy embraced this new chapter, investing her energy in raising her children and engaging with the local community. Life in Tucson. The adobe home in the Catalina foothills became a sanctuary for Nancy, a place where family life intertwined with community involvement. She dedicated herself to nurturing her children, instilling faith, discipline, and love while remaining active in church and neighborhood activities. She coordinated events, volunteered at schools, and fostered relationships that brought neighbors and friends together. Outdoor adventures, like hikes in the Santa Catalina Mountains and weekend gatherings, painted their lives with joy and shared experiences. Nancy's presence radiated warmth and kindness, creating a home that balanced structure with compassion. The family thrived in Tucson's supportive environment, and Nancy's quiet leadership and generosity left a lasting impression on both her children and the community around her. Tragedy and resilience. In 1988, life shifted dramatically when Charles passed away unexpectedly, leaving Nancy widowed with 3 teenagers. Though grief was profound, she met the challenge with courage and resolve. Balancing her own emotions while supporting her children, she returned to work at the University of Arizona in public relations, ensuring financial stability and continuity for the family. Her journalism skills proved invaluable, enabling her to manage communications with grace and precision. Beyond her professional life, Nancy deepened her involvement in church, mentoring younger women and offering support to widows, embodying strength tempered with compassion. Through this period, she demonstrated that resilience is not the absence of sorrow, but the ability to continue living fully while carrying love and care for those around you. Supporting a growing family. As her children matured, Nancy's pride in their accomplishments grew. Savannah's path into journalism, encouraged by her mother, became a source of shared purpose and joy. Watching her children succeed, celebrating milestones, and participating in family life gave Nancy a sense of fulfillment. Even as health challenges grew with age, she remained devoted to her grandchildren, finding joy in their laughter and creativity. Her home became a place of memory, love, and legacy, adorned with photographs, awards, and mementos reflecting a life well lived. Nancy's quiet strength and nurturing presence allowed her family to flourish, demonstrating that love, encouragement, and faith are the foundation of enduring relationships. Reflections on life. In her final letter, Nancy revealed her inner thoughts and fears with honesty. She reflected on the balance between endurance and vulnerability, acknowledging times when she worried silently about health and the burdens of life. Her words spoke of gratitude, joy, and love, particularly for Savannah, whose kindness and shared understanding she cherished deeply. Nancy expressed no regrets about her life or motherhood, only a gentle hope that she had approached life with compassion and fairness. Through her writing, she conveyed the essence of her life philosophy, that integrity, faith, and love define true strength, and that the bonds of family, friendship, and community leave lasting impressions that endure beyond a lifetime. Legacy and remembrance. Nancy Guthrie's passing left a profound sense of loss, yet her legacy continued to shine. Through Savannah's sharing of the letter and the community's heartfelt responses, Nancy's life became a reminder of enduring love, faith, and the quiet heroism of living with integrity. Tucson, Kentucky, and the many places she touched mourned her absence while celebrating her presence. From her early days in Fort Wright to her cherished home in the Catalina foothills, Nancy's story illustrated the power of resilience, kindness, and devotion. Her letter, once a private reflection, became a testament to a life of thoughtful action, meaningful connection, and deep love, a legacy that will continue to inspire her family and community for generations.